What's up, y'all? I'm Dre Moore from More Than a Dad. For y'all guys out there that's trying to get y'all beards looking right, I came across some new products from Grizzle Teddy Company. I got 2 beard oils right here, 2 different scents. One a blue scent, one a original scent. They both smell amazing. They come in these little cool baby-proof bottles so you could get them. You know what I'm saying? We more than a dad. So this is effective. Keep your kids out your beard oil. He also got combs, 2 different sizes. The wide tooth, got the thin tooth, so we don't discriminate against the little beards. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's beard can't be like mine. So all my dads out there, I'm gonna need y'all to go support Grizzle Teddy Company. Groom your heart, groom your body, groom your beard. Stay well. Check out Grizzle Teddy Company beard oil.
More than more than that.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Lou Moe. I'm joined by the coolest guy on earth, Jay Moore.
That's good, y'all.
And I'm cool about somebody. I'm with somebody else that's kind of cool too.
It's a little bit.
It's our guy. He don't even really like count as a guest.
He don't even
He
count as a
family.
guy.
You know what I'm saying?
We here with Jamal Wilson. What's the deal, baby?
Not much, man. Glad to be here.
We want to shout out Miami, Florida.
That's
See you in the
it.
downloads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We got the numbers running up in Miami. You know, I love it down there.
Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite team, favorite football team.
All right, man. We got a fast 5 for you, Maul.
Mm-hmm.
Make it difficult.
Listen, man, it's all this thought-provoking stuff for Maul. You know, we about to go through galaxies this episode, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's name 5 people you would go to dinner with, dead or alive. Please don't take a long time.
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix for sure. ODB.
Okay.
From Woo. I know ODB. I know somebody that ran into him before, so I would definitely like to rap with ODB. He had it figured out. ODB. Stevie Ray Vaughan, a guitar player. That'd be a good joint. Kobe, I ain't even gonna front. You know, I mean this in like the nicest way. Like, I'm not a big Kobe fan, like, but I would definitely like to holler at him.
True that.
Definitely like to holler at him.
It's the last one, bro.
The dude that the gentleman that wrote the Marvel.
Can't pull
Man,
his
wow,
name.
he got
You
me.
know what I'm talking. He just
Stan
passed
Lee,
away
Stan
like
Lee.
a year. Stan Lee.
Yeah.
I seen a video of him talking and he said some stuff. I know Stan Lee would just be like, you know what I mean, pen and paper. So that'd be cool. 5. That was a good question. That was really good.
It's a good question for anybody.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Just throw that out the podcasting manual.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, man. We're going to play start, bench, cut for the rest of your fast 5, all right?
Yo,
Start,
stop looking. He trying to cheat.
I'm cheating.
start, bench, cut.
I'm not prepping. I promise.
He trying to cheat.
Start, bench, cut. KD, T-Mac, or Jason Tatum? Start, bench, cut. You talk about big guards and being perfect. Let's go.
I'm gonna keep it real. Start, bench, cut. I feel so crazy saying this, but it's the God honest truth. I'm gonna start Kevin Durant. I'm gonna bench T-Mac, and I'm gonna cut Tatum. I'm gonna cut Tatum.
I ain't even mad at that.
I'm a KD is like. KD is
Different.
unbelievable, dog. He unbelievable.
Different.
All right. Flip it to football for a second.
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith, Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Thomas.
I feel like we had this argument.
He trying to lie to you.
And the same thing, cut starting.
Yeah, same thing. All the way through.
People gonna debate this, but I'm Marshall Faulk is better, but I'm gonna start Emmitt Smith. I'm gonna bench Marshall Faulk.
The
And
Connells.
and I gotta cut LT. I'm old school with football, so yeah, I know, and it's funny.
To our childhood.
Yo, listen,
The
like
dark visors, bro.
yo, listen, man. I ain't even going front, man. He low key. You know the Curry effect for basketball.
Right.
Like he low key had an effect with football like that.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
and to do it as a running back is, I think that's hard.
LT.
That was a good joint though.
LT.
That was really hard.
You know,
It's
he's a part of the era of high usage running backs. You know how we talk about basketball players? High usage.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think he's the gateway. He
Right.
like it's good joint.
It's getting
All right.
harder though.
Start bench cut. Randy Moss, T.O., Jerry Rice.
Randy starting.
Randy.
Randy starting. Hey, this ain't even freaking nature. Randy and T.O. and Jerry Rice. I am going to. You could find a T.O. No lie. I think you could find a T.O. I'm a Jerry Rice going
Jerry
back
Rice
up.
going back up, Randy.
DK is just a raw T.O. It's a couple like T.O.s out there that just
AJ
ain't quite
Brown.
put them over. I was literally thinking that like
AJ
it's a
Brown.
couple of them.
All right, last one, man. Start bench cut.
Mm-hmm.
John Morant, MVP Russell Westbrook, MVP Derrick Rose.
MVP Derrick Rose.
Start bench cut.
He was different.
D Rose, by far head and shoulders better than all of them in his prime. Rose and Josh seemed more fun to play with than Russ. Like I think I'd be frustrated playing with Russ.
Right.
As a teammate, I'd be not that I don't like his game, him in his prime, all that. I would be frustrated. I think he does some stuff that would frustrate me. So I think Ja teammates look genuinely like oh no, he gonna play. He's a player. Like he just looks more like a player. Like so Ja
pure point.
That's probably what
He's
it
a
is.
pure
I know Russ is a 2 and
Right,
Ja's a
Ja's
point
pure
guard.
point.
Literally,
Like
Ja
he really a point that'll go give you 50.
Exactly. Like he literally makes the right pass
Right,
every
that's what
time.
I'm saying.
Like
he's
Ja,
a-
every time.
He's a pure point guy.
Yeah.
All right, bro. You survived the slow fire, because that was slow as hell.
I know, right? I'm sorry.
This is More Than a Dad.
Mm-hmm.
How's dad life?
It's the good. If I said it different, I'd be fronting. And I ain't no fronter. Yeah, I ain't no fronter, man. Dad life is good. It just be funny when you get to compare other people's like situations and things they're going through, and then you sit back and think about what you're dealing with, and I find myself a lot like, whew. So dad life actually cool. Like, it's fulfilling. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
All right, we got a little scenario for you.
Mm-hmm.
We got the segment called "Let's Get Your Thoughts on Something."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a new thing.
I like that.
New thing we doing. There's a picture of a man on social media with his teenage son balled up in his arms, sleeping. The comments from other men calling him weird. What's your thoughts of your son ever being too big to fall asleep in your
That's a
arms?
good question for Jamal.
Off bat, you say I'm sensitive,
Right, that's
so I hug me till the day we done. We can't. As you, I don't know. I'm embarrassed that you make fun of that. Like, cause who would think about it? What's the real reason you wouldn't want that? If something felt like I really be trying to break stuff down now to the nitty gritty, like for that scenario, like who wouldn't? What is wrong with wanting a hug at 40 from your pop? Or just literally, dog, like I remember being 8 and falling asleep in your arms. So like I'm 48, but still look the same.
Right.
But my thing is like, tell me one thing that would make you turn your nose up at that.
It's just an optics thing. You know what it is? It's because it's what we've been conditioned to think. And that's a lot of things that's in society. It's just like, it's not normal. Like, it's not what we normally accustomed to. So then they're going to take it and be like, oh, that's weird because I've never seen it before. If it's something you've never seen before, they're just like, oh, that's abnormal. Like, that's weird.
You know how you were saying on one of the shows that like your dad wouldn't let you like kiss him?
I was just about to say that too. Yeah.
My dad ain't never stopped me for kissing him.
No, my pop was
Nev-
not with it.
Never stopped me from kissing him, hugging him, laying on his shoulder, just walking up, putting my arms around him. I think, like you, that nostalgic feeling, like he lived his whole life to have that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he took care of all these kids that wasn't quite biologically his and all that, and just to finally have that. He ain't never like macho man Randy Savage me out like that. Like, you know what I mean? It was always
Yo, what if it was? It's crazy because, like, what if your pop ever say why he didn't?
No, he just be like, I ain't gay.
What if it was trauma? Yo, like I spoke on my joint. Like there's like rape victims out there who then have a child and no connection to the child because it's just not technically you weren't wanted, but you here and I do love you. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like trauma. Like sometimes, like I had to find with my grandpa, like later on in life, he started to say more. And that's when I was like, started to how he was started to make sense. You know what I mean? And that meant bad or good. You know what I mean? And I think that's cool.
Yeah, my pop ain't had no he ain't never say no real reason. He just was like, man, I ain't gay, get off me. I ain't doing that. Like, I'm like, man, it's kind of nutty.
or his perspective, he probably a man kissing, two men shouldn't kiss. You know what I mean? That's my.
But you know, like my pop, your pop was old too. So like, I don't know, maybe they just was different. Like, but my pop, like you know, like they're just old. So it's like, man, I ain't with none of that. Like they just was in a different time, different era.
Listen to old people; they'll tell you. Like no lie, I swear, I've noticed all the older people in both my side of the family and Indy's side of the family. They say, especially when they're like upset, they go, well, if they do something wrong or like the teaching something's off and we check them about like, yo, why you do that?
Right.
Their response is all this. Now I be laughing every time. It's, well, that's what happened to me. That's what I got happened to me. I be like, yo, nah, say that to yourself again, right? If that's what happened to you, was it good or bad? And they be like, was it bad? So why don't you understand not doing it? Why don't you understand that? And then they just be, well, just say you don't know and go work on it. That's all. It ain't never too late. Like, you know what I mean?
We try and pass their traumas off on other people.
Man, yo, man. But I that's a vibe. I like that. That was a good one.
You want to get into this, man? Got some stuff for you to
for you to unpack in your new life. Give advice. You know what I'm saying? You know you always a wealth of knowledge.
So here we go. Congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations on being married. Round of applause. Clap it up for more.
A married dude, he off the market forever. Give us 3 things that has changed since you've been married.
Nothing, and nothing. No, I'm playing. What has really changed since being married? Just pertaining to me or overall?
Everything. Whatever. Yeah, 3 things.
I will say, she has like a. You ever see somebody go up in status,
right?
And you know,
yeah, she got like a new.
She went up in status, like.
Of course she did.
Just keeping it 100. It's and I'm saying that as somebody watching that,
right?
Like not because I'm naturally not like that,
right?
You know, that's part of my problem. I try to find me and everybody, and in the reality, right. That ain't it. So get the fairy tale out. And it's like, you know, I see her, and it's not negative at all because it's how she carry herself. It's how she talk to people, how she talk to me. So I see her. She got a new swag. She got a new swag. That has changed, and what that has caused is like, she talks more. I will say that. Like she got a new sense of security.
Right.
She got a new sense of security, and I no lie, it just dawned on me just now. Like that's what that is. It ain't even nothing other than that. Like it's a layer of skin. Like hoo-ha. Like so. With that, like things are a little easier. You know what I mean? She listens even better. You know what I mean? She listens even better. But nothing I will say has changed. Like in my head, I've been married to her since like,
Right.
yeah, I mean, since I met her, because I'm like a lovey-dovey guy. So
Right.
I like the thought of
Right.
being, so nothing major. Nothing major. Nothing major. And it's funny. It's what's funny? I will say, like, it was a couple. It's not easy. It's some nights where, like, I thought it's like a shebang, a change. You get this new sex drive. You get all this. Look, we like new
Right.
again. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like
we ain't do it as
yeah,
husband
like,
and wife.
yeah, this a new door. We about to
Right, that's a fact.
But the reality of it is, like, I think for a woman and a man, like, it's really different. Like, when you think of, like, I ain't gonna front. I got tired of people asking me, no lie, how's married life? In my, I gotta smile and be like, yeah, it's good. In my head, I'm like, man, that same. Fuck you keep asking me for, like, excuse my language, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's like nothing.
Right, Gigi. Especially
what I
because
mean?
y'all been locked in. Once you've been locked in for so
Right.
long, y'all already done went through like ups, downs,
Right.
and all of that. Children involved.
Yes.
How old is Juice?
9.
So y'all been in it at least a decade, right?
We've been together since 2012. November 2nd was when I was like, you my girl.
Right.
November 2nd.
Look at that smile on his face, bro.
Listen.
Yeah. No, real rap, man. Me and Indy's story is funny. Like funny. Long story short, I went to prom with her homie and seen her there. Not even me and her homie wasn't even on
Oh, it
that
was
type
just
time.
on the-
Yeah,
on
she
the
needed
prom
a tall date. Her brother was an older basketball player that had some respect, you know what I mean? Young boy. Go to prom with my sister. She needed a tall young boy. All right, I got you.
Right.
Went, and Indy was just that when she walked in, damn, who that? You know what I mean? She was, you know what I mean? And right from that whole night, I wanted to say something to her. Never did. Never said nothing to her. The whole time though, Indy even, no lie, we got a picture. Me and Brittany, that's her name. Me and Brittany sitting down. It's E&S prom.
Right.
And Indy told us to pose with like a Polaroid camera, and she was like, "Kiss her, do something." And I leaned over and kissed Brittany on the cheek. Indy snapped the picture. You know what I mean? Like we be like, it's funny. Like yo,
Right.
we found the picture and everything. Like yo, it's funny. And the Indy behind the camera the whole time. So fast forward 2012, because that
Right.
was like 20. That was 2007, 8. So we
Right.
done college. I come home. My cousin retweets a picture of Indy, and Indy got a face you can't forget, and she technically don't look like nobody.
Right.
So when I seen the picture, I'm like, man, I know that's not Shorty from E&S. Like, she gonna give me something. Like no lie, I'm like,
Right.
if that's her, I'm back home now. I'm hitting that. I wanted that
Right.
back then. Ain't say nothing, and it was her. I DM'd her. I think we playing around on the social sites, and I hit her like on some call me. I need to tell you something, and she was like, all right, cause she played me one night. She fronted. She was I hit her up on some, what you doing tonight? Something like it wasn't even nothing crazy. It was like, how's it? Cause I'm a polite dude. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like the game and all that. That's
Right.
what's up? How you doing? You got anything you doing later? She, yeah, I'm cooking for my man. I go, all right. All right then. I beat you up. I mean, I was real salty.
Right.
Like you and your, it was the you and your man. Like you and your man.
Like she didn't just say I was cooking. Like I'm cooking.
Like right for your man. Like shorty. All right, you ugly anyway. Cutie. Ain't that Philly for you?
Right.
All right, ugly cutie.
Right.
Like you know what I mean. But no, that was her. She called me and like fell in love on the phone. She was on the phone. From when she came in from the club till it was like one of the hurricanes that weekend, and I was just like, "Yo, I'm trying to come down there." Drove.
Katrina?
Yes,
Yeah,
drove
it's
down,
Katrina.
drove down.
That
there.
was a Katrina.
I mean, no. It was
Sandy.
Sandy.
I'm sorry,
not
Sandy.
Katrina, Sandy.
Sandy.
When Meek album came out.
Exactly,
Same
Sandy.
time. Yeah, Sandy.
And yep, we've been together ever since.
Yeah.
She got pregnant like 2 months. With Mom. That was November 2nd. I told her.
That was the motivation, and he accomplished the goal.
Right.
Yo, I said I was. Yeah, I mean, she was pregnant. She was. We got November 2nd. We met the week before. Indy gave them draws up quick. I was thinking, yeah, baby. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, baby.
Yo.
Shout out Kadeem. That's something Dean was saying. Shout out my man Dean. Shout out my man Dean, man.
I guess you got the security blanket too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yo, and that, and like, and then all jokes aside, like, that's the cool part too about being. I'm married. I could talk like this, and my lady gonna see this, and we gonna laugh about this. We gonna, you know what I mean?
Yo,
That's a
did
vibe.
we ever tell me not seen you in Indy?
I told. Listen, we was at the concert, and you walked up. Did we tell you?
No, we here now.
Man.
I'm working Made in America, driving the bus. We doing the shuttle. We gotta like shuttle the cops back and forth, whatever. So like we was on like a little break. So I just happened to be. We walked to Wawa. When I walked back, I see a person like sitting on the curb, like just sitting there, like watching the concert, just sitting there. And I'm like, is that Jamal? So I walk up. He don't even see me.
Didn't even see you.
He don't even see me. I'm like 2 inches away from me, maybe. Like just standing in front of him. I'm like, yo. He look up and see it's me. Like, oh, what's up? So he jump up, give me a hug, and all of that. So Indy there with him. She like, oh, this Dre. such and such and whatever. So she like, what she asked?
She like, Indy, first off, when I realized it's Dre, I'm not going to lie. I was champagne on the airplane. So I'm sitting there, and I think Megan Thee Stallion was on. And you know what I mean? And I felt somebody walk up. But I still wasn't quite there. When I looked, I was so happy to see him. When I jumped straight up, she's instantly like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Indy, this is Dre." Like I be talking about Dre, like this is Dre. This is Dre. This is him. And
like
Dre,
he do exist.
yo, listen, this is the funny
but
part.
This is why it's funny though.
When I was telling her, like, you know, like, well, not even telling her. When I'm, you know, this is Dre, you know, whatever. They spoke, you know what I mean. Dre went his way. She like, man, I just wanted to hug him. And I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? I told you, this the type of energy, boy, like that he got. Like, you see that, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about her, yo. That's one thing about her that I will genuinely say, like her energy. Like it's like a village of very short few pure people, and she from there, right? So like, you know, it's dope to have that. Like when she
was like, you should have just gave him a hug.
I told her,
he'd hugged you back.
Like he'd have hugged you back. You should have gave him. I don't think you should miss out on stuff like that. No lie, if somebody genuinely like, think about that. Right, you know what I mean?
Right.
Bro, you are so intact with your feelings as a man. It's crazy.
No, it was, listen.
You hear how he breaking that down?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
It's crazy that you call it intact. I'll be like everywhere. I feel like I'm in a million pieces. You know what I mean? It's perspective though. You saw that he called me intact.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Don't be breaking down.
I was saying that to say like, you got, but like with Jamal and Indy, you got two people that match. Like when you're talking about like energy. Yeah. But just like, cause you know, like I'm like an energy person. So like I told you out the rip, like when we first met Jamal, like yo, that's gonna be our man. Like our first conversation, like yo, he gonna be our man. Right, like from rip, like I told you that, and it's like energy people could pick up on other people's energy. So like me and Jamal was like that from the door, and off that one conversation I had with him and Indy together, she's like, oh, I wanted to give him a hug.
You know what I mean?
Like because she could feel like we could feel each other's energy. Like,
good money.
But I said it to say like they match each other. Like as far as like
I'm jealous.
energy.
What kind of person am I? What do I go off?
No.
X's and O's?
No. Energy too. Trust me, believe me. Like it's the same.
Right. You don't got bad energy. Bro. We not going to
Lou got Drake.
Yeah, you gotta be like you don't got bad energy.
That's not what that means. What that means is like it doesn't mean like someone's pure and someone's not. It's like a you ever go somewhere and talk to somebody, I don't know, maybe it might just be me, please don't make me feel crazy up here, but I have spoken to people and it was like laughing at me. Laugh, dog, it's cool. Listen, I've talked to people and it genuinely was like, one, we were supposed to talk. Two, it was like we rapped before. Like I've definitely spoke to you before.
I could put, I'm good at this. You know what it is? You just not as open with your energy.
No, listen.
Lou is way more reserved. He's not gonna give you all of him.
I agree.
From the door.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like he's gonna sit back and observe.
Cause he's not comfy all the way.
Yeah, he gonna sit back and observe.
Yeah.
Whereas though,
I'm
like
not comfy, bro.
No,
You
like
cool,
no. This is
Yeah,
what I mean.
bro.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. My first conversation with him when we did with like actual conversation in high school. We hi, bye, what's up, everything cool. That was it.
Right.
That was it. Coming down the crib, shooting, talking. I sat there and bro, you one of them. Bro, I definitely rapped to this bull before.
Right.
Why we ain't talking? What did we talk about off the camera? Why didn't we talk in high school?
Yeah.
Why didn't we? So what is that?
It's
What's
Lou.
that, Lou? Is that's what?
It's my fault, bro.
No, that's energy,
That's
bro. You
energy.
had energy.
But,
Your
but
damn,
Lou
we
be
rap.
way more like, I ain't about to give you all that. Like he be like reserved. Whereas though, like me, like I don't care. I give you my sweater, like
You know
like,
why?
without even asking.
and it's
that's what I'm
comfy.
right.
And comfy being, see how he was like, what you mean like comfy? No, comfy on the sense of Lou so purposeful. Everything gotta be for something. It's intentional. Like everything. This is when I do this. This is for this.
Right.
But you know why? You need a him everywhere. Y'all won't lose, fail, falter, or break because he done already. How he thinking? He done already. I already patched the leak up and repatched the patch on the leak. So don't even trip.
Right.
That's what he. You know
I
what I
tell him
mean?
that all the time. Like yo, you saved me from doing something.
All the time.
Because like I'm just gonna go with whatever I feel. Like if this is what
Same.
I feel, this is where I'm
Same.
going.
Same.
And like and that's what I'm saying. Like Lou way more like it's the composure, bro.
I'm just structured, bro. I wanted to tie this up by saying you my type of crazy.
Yeah, yo. No, you know what? I think that's why he loved me too.
Right.
You my type of crazy.
Because
bro.
if he was crazy, you know what I mean? That's why he might, you know what I
That's
mean?
a fact.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna jump back into this, man. Can you give me 5 newlywed tips, man?
5 newlywed tips. Stop calling arguments arguments. Just say y'all call them disagreements.
Okay.
When you say disagreement, it instantly take heat off of somebody who doesn't communicate as well as you may. So it already softens everything up. Yo, I'm not arguing with you. Let's just say we can disagree and then get into it. Already she done simmered down and she ready to listen to you. Stop calling them arguments. 2, remember in a disagreement that you want her to leave with something. Y'all want each other to leave with something. Even though I personally like fried eggs. Indy wants scrambled eggs. All right, look, at the end of the day though, eggs gonna get made. Cause usually in arguments, nothing gets done. We gonna walk away. I ain't making them, you ain't making them.
Right.
At the end of the day, just so I even throw it in the beginning. Hey, look, this disagreement, I still want to be cool after. We still gonna take a walk, right? You still gonna let me be all in your face after.
Right.
Even though we might walk away not on the same tip. That's the second part of that. The third one, stop talking so much. Even when you I feel like I know it all, but man, boy, just shut up, bro.
Right.
Just be quiet and actually like listen. Sometimes I've learned to. I give so much. Lou said something. We was rapping on the phone the other night, and he said something about how he always has something to offer, and I aligned with that energy. Like, man, I do the same, and I find myself extra spent, and sometimes like even like now I back off and be like, you could have just kept that to yourself, like. Because what would have I said to someone else? I would have told them, yo, shut up.
Right.
So check myself, like, yo, be quiet.
Right.
Let her talk and let her have it. And when she tell you this, don't say nothing back. Just look her in her face and let her know you heard her, and just be quiet. Catch her at another time with a response. And the last 2, keep it real. I'm sorry, the last 2. Do stuff that y'all did in the beginning that didn't cost money, because it's a reminder and life will take you away from the relationship. Remember remember why you liked her. Remind her why she liked you.
Right.
Like, yeah, always try and remember, and it don't cost money, like the little playful stuff. Like, I'm talking about everything. Try your best to remember. Don't back burner the relationship. Because the relationship is what y'all standing on to take the kids to work, to do all the jobs. Imagine if y'all didn't have a relationship. How much harder that would be daily.
Facts.
Gotta remember that. That's like getting your feet and nails done. So, but that's it. That's my 5.
All right. We appreciate that. That's cute and all. I'm having my man Mary. He can toss us up.
Yeah,
I want to get some social media topics out of you, man, just to continue to get other perspectives.
Yes,
I got
sir.
a dad in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm describing a scenario to you from social media, and I want to see what you think about it.
Okay.
And you too, Dre. There was a dad. He was with his girlfriend, and he was going to buy his son a pair of shoes. The girlfriend didn't agree that he should be buying his son these shoes because he already pays $1,100 in child support. Supposedly or allegedly, him and his new girlfriend in a 50-50 relationship. Is
Like
she
financially?
Yeah, financially. Okay. So is she out of line for telling him he shouldn't buy these shoes for his kid?
Yeah. Like, yeah. I think I'm a fair person. I don't know the whole, I don't know how their relationship is or if it's something within that would cause her to do that. But what person in their right mind would just stop a parent from buying something for their kid? You know what I mean? Like, why, what was, I hope the reason was because the lights was off and that money was for electric. Other than that, what's the other reason?
You want the reason or you want what's valid? Because I can give you the reason that's not valid, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna know the reason.
So I think I know the reason. I think the new girlfriend is you already get this amount. Why else would you be spending any other money from her? Yes, I totally understand.
Right,
I understand. It's like that's. I'm saying so. Like, does he have to buy these sneakers, or are these sneakers just come on, kid? I'm about to get you some ones because I got some.
He wanted to do.
So see, that makes the dynamic completely different.
Right, because it's not like the other.
It's not. Mom was like, "Where's it sneaks after 1100?" Then yeah, shorty, you tripping.
Right.
Yeah, you out of pocket. Don't. Right. That's different than. Then you see them AIs. Let's match AIs. Come on, right. You know what I mean? That right there. No, please don't step into that. That's a father-son moment.
That's a fact.
Because that he gonna grow up and remember we used to. Don't do that.
Right.
If it's the other way around, shorty is on the tip like, well, you out with this and all of that. You know, why he don't got that? It's on some like you need to be coming out more. Absolutely, she's correct in that dynamic. So it's like. It depends on the internals with that.
Yeah, if you just stopping it because for the sake of stopping it, is because you're being petty.
Yes,
because you don't. She's already getting this money, and whatever dynamic you have, y'all splitting the bills 50-50. Probably somewhere in your head you done created like, well, she taking the money out of our house, so then why would you be doing this? And then you have this petty situation that. The kid don't know nothing about. They don't have nothing to do with the child.
Right.
And I just want to get my son some sneaks because I got some sneaks. Or even if I don't have them and I just want to get some sneaks because I think them Jones cool, I want to get him some sneaks. He don't need to be in between petty adult squabbles.
Yes. My personal thing is like, fortunately, I'm not on child support, right? But child support or not child support, does it matter, like, if I want to buy him some shoes? Like, does it matter? Like,
to some people, so women, women look at things like that, bro. Like, they get like, now I won't say all women. We're not gonna generalize and say women, all women, but there's women out here that look at things like, I wouldn't even call it like competition, but like.
No, I feel him. I feel what he's saying.
But she's getting this money already, and they be like that because like women are territorial. They can be territorial like that.
I mean, if it was okay with him, right? Like, if the dad was okay, even if it's, like, for example, he paid the $1,100 and it's like he did need shoes too, right? They say that was the scenario to just give it more context.
Right.
I paid $1,100 this month. The other mom called and said, yo, he needs shoes for gym. Do you feel a type of way as dad? Like, I just gave you, like, are you going right into that? Or do you, like, I feel the need?
No, I mean, like, being a person on child support, like, like if my son mom call and say he need X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna just go get it. I'm not sitting here nitpicking like what you spend the money on.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna say you gonna go through a spreadsheet and be like,
no. I'm not like, yo, you bust it down. Like if he need whatever, like, all right, cool. Like we go handle that.
Call back. He said he wants. Call back. He said he wants. Take away need. He called your son want a PlayStation 5. He want these sneakers or. Now what?
I think it depends.
He would have to call me.
There you go. I was literally about to say that.
Yeah.
The mom can't call me.
He would have to
if
call
he
me.
called me and asked, yeah, for sure, no question.
Yeah,
Young boy, come on, let's go
Right,
grab
yeah.
it.
He called me and said
Yeah.
that, then that's different. If
Yeah.
he's at that, she can't tell me what he wants.
Right.
He can,
Right.
He could tell me what he want, and then like like that go like that. But what I was about to like say on the thing is, like the only other, and it's not even like to shoot a person bell, but like this how people be thinking. So she getting $1,100 a month, and I got to split the bills over here 50-50 with you. And I might be able to split the bills 70-30, but I got to bust down 50-50 because she getting $1,100.
Right.
So now I got resentment. Don't make it right.
Yeah.
Still something you need to work on within yourself, but people develop resentment.
Yeah.
Because like, yo, why you doing she getting all that over here, and now we got to bust down 50-50.
Right. You said something crazy though. What just now? You made me think of, well, dad, like we just hit the whole scenario from this is a dad that wanted the kid. I know millions of dads that don't want the kid. So a lot of that stuff be happening. So I'm like, when I thought about it for a second, cause we literally all said the same thing. We was all like, yeah, why not?
Right.
It's dudes out here that got a big like no lie, it's a situation scenario right now. No lie, like I said, I'm a sensitive bull that like I haven't wanted to hurt somebody in a long time. I really wanted to hurt this bull. No lie, like really me.
Right.
Like I really wanted to hurt this bull. Like it's the fact that I thought like when you get the daughter, you think about this stuff now like. I couldn't imagine. Yo.
Right.
What? Like, you know what I mean? So to say that is so crazy because you spurred the thought of the other side. The 30-year-old with the baby by the 18-year-old, and he like, man, that was car work. She ain't supposed to have that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's like, that's another dynamic of. Man, I'm not paying. I already paid this. He calling it. I'm not paying that. Now, granted, I'm not on child support either. You know what I mean? I don't have. You know what I mean? None of the. And that's all. You know what I mean? By the grace, that's by God, bro. I was blessed. No lie. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No.
Yeah, like I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, it ain't even because like even people know me anyway with like child support. Like I don't take it personally because it's like. To me, it's a bit of like a less of a hassle. So like, she's not on my phone every week, every whatever, saying he need X, Y, and Z. Because for the most part, she got it. Now, it's other times that maybe something came up, something happened, something unforeseen. Like I said, it get handled or like we discuss it. But
I like. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go
ahead. I was like terrified of having like a baby mom because it's just like. Yeah,
bro.
So what's the question?
All right,
so I'll wait.
Let me throw a context on that.
Do your thing,
bro. Late in my 20s, bro. Like, all right. So two things was happening to me as a man. And one was, you don't date women with kids. You could be missing out on like a wife that might possibly got a kid, but you're not looking at her as a potential one. The other thing was, I'm sleeping around. And if one of these women that I only deem as like somebody I would probably sleep around with, mess around with, if they end up a baby mom, I felt a little bit. So that was a part of it. Like it was like this is getting dangerous. This is getting dangerous.
And it's crazy because like I can't sit up here and say I'm perfect. I did everything right. I was a nut. Like I was a nut. And when I say a nut, I'm talking about I was not guided well. I was raw, and I did what I saw. I did.
Right,
I thought, you know what I mean? That's why I can genuinely walk around. Like, I don't think it's a lot of people that I can really say anything and be anywhere and do whatever and be cool. Because I don't have no skeletons in my closet. Like, I don't got it. Dudes can't say that.
Right, that's a fact.
It ain't nobody that could jump out like, he's lying. He hurt me when. No, you can't. You can't.
Let's get into the last topic, bro. Got one more topic for you before we get out of here,
man. Let me ask this question.
My fault.
I'm sorry. I'll make it quick.
What's your question?
I was always terrified to have like a baby. And here's the thing: it's not to have a baby mom. That's not that. It's terrified of like not sleeping in the same house with my kid every night.
Right.
I think I would have lost my mind. Like I respect every man that has like that co-parents, and because of it's like, yo, you strong, you strong to go home, like especially if the mom has custody. I couldn't sleep at night. Like how do you what gets you over that? Not the dislike for the mother, just I'm really over that, and I'm willing to do this to make it work, or what? Like,
I think I was too young to even like overthink it. Like, you know, like the thoughts that like I was real immature, yo.
Okay.
Like y'all got like the maturest version of me, and this still like like you like y'all know, like if you really talk to me, like you know, like man, Dre still got like some ignorant ways with him. Like I tell you, that's why people gravitate to like ignorant wild things. So like, I think I was so young. Like I was 19 still. I was 19 when I decided, like, you know, like when I left like my youngest son's my oldest son's mom. So it was just like. I didn't never even think about like, yo, we not even going to sleep in the same crib. I just was like, all right, I'm going to pack my stuff, go back to my mom's house.
I feel you.
And then he was with me all the time. Like, he's still like, you know, like I know seeing somebody weekly is different than seeing them daily, but I never didn't see him weekly, and he never didn't come spend the night from the moment, like, you know, we separated.
Yeah.
Like, he was all like, the access was always there. Like, I was never like, unless like, I was like too busy or like working like multiple jobs or doing, like the access was never
bad.
Yeah,
okay.
It was never stifled.
So it was like
like I still had it. Like it was rough when we wasn't communicating and that was taking long and all of that. But other than that, I've always had access to him. So like that was like my piece. But I was too young to even understand it.
Respect.
We're gonna close this out. We're gonna close this out with what does being more than a dad mean to you?
Being more, what is more than a dad? Repeat the question.
What does being more than a dad mean to you? Because we do deem you as more than a dad.
More than a dad?
Yeah.
It's funny, right? More than a dad. For me, it's like it like incorporates everything.
Right.
So like Lou, for example, thinks I'm Mtad. I think I'm not that.
Right.
More than a dad is my reminder every day. Like the extras, it's crazy that I'm calling them extras when it's really like necessities to groom a little person.
Right.
Like that's what more than a dad is for me. It's the constant reminders. Like I'll go crazy if it wasn't for the extra. This bull says some things sometimes, like he talked about being boring. Boring is actually like to what we would say being responsible. You get what I'm saying? So like the responsibility and is what more than a dad is. You know what I mean? That's for me. Like I get real kiddish inside and mentally, like it's crazy, like the way my thoughts now when I can see it go through my head. That's the part, like connecting it with more than a dad, like how I see it. But it's like a train going through my head, and I'm in front watching it and picking out like the stuff I think about the most is the stuff I'm like grabbing, good or bad, It's just so the responsibility part, the extras. The reminders, yo, you not that. That's just a thought. Grounded. You know what I mean? So that's what more than a dad is. Everything else, just the constant work, responsibility, and the reminders. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. All
right, y'all. We appreciate all y'all for tuning in. The support has been amazing. Make sure y'all run the subscriptions up, run the downloads up. We everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Until next time, we out.
Until next time. Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than that. More than that.